Thank you guys for tuning in to Heavenly Sent Youth. As you guys know, my name is Cynthia, last name Manuel. I have a youth organization where we provide youth with different experiences outside of their neighborhoods. We do things like camping, swimming, archery, golf, softball, and just about anything that you can name that's outside of the norm. We've been taking them to the barns over the course of the pandemic. And I'm excited because we have so many things that we have lined up. This Tuesday, we are doing a Boys to Men pre-Father's Day basketball / 3-point contest. So we're asking all men to meet us at Sherman Park, 5:30. That's 55th and Racine, where we want to have the guys just come in and be a presence. We know that a lot of our youth, or the boys that we deal with, don't have active males in their lives, so we want you guys to just come in and love on them and just be a presence, play basketball with them, things of that sort. So that again is this Thursday at Sherman Park, 55th and Racine at 5:30. Also, we are doing an event that's called Court of Dreams, and what that is we are bringing 60 kids to the Wintrust Arena where the WNBA Sky team plays basketball at. We're going to have a scrimmage game with the kids. We're going to let them scrimmage each other. We're going to give them food, and then we're going to give them all a ticket to the game that following day. So that's number 2. And the third thing we're doing, I believe, at the end of this month, we are also taking 60 kids on an overnight camping trip. So we have so much coming up. If you guys want more information, you can find me on Heavenly Sent Youth at Facebook. And I'm sure some other things that I've missed, but those are the things that myself and Officer King, which is my business partner, are doing with the youth. So stay in tune with that. So I'm excited here because the young lady sitting next to me is a graduate of Learn Charter, the Butler campus, where my son is also a 2022 graduate. They just graduated Saturday. I'm extremely happy for them. And this young lady, her name is Chloe, and she was the salutatorian. And so I tilt my hat to her because with all the things that's happening with the youth and, just trying to stay focused, and even with the pandemic, it could be pretty rough. And so for her to get that badge of honor spoke volumes. I met her mother and her father. I think I met her father at the banquet, and I met her mother at the graduation. And I was like, you know what? I need to get them on my show. The valedictorian, she wasn't able to come today due to unforeseen circumstances that happened in their family. So we're going to get her back on at a later date. So I appreciate your mom for bringing you in, and I appreciate you for wanting to come in and talk to me about your journey. Tell us, so with that being said, tell me who you are, what's your name, and how you were able to stay in line to get this salutatorian badge of honor, if I should say.
I am Chloe Harmon. I'm, as you said, salutatorian, and I was also part of the student council at Learn Ramona Butler as a sergeant at arms.
Oh, cool.
To stay focused and stuff, it took a lot of studying, and mainly talking to my friends about what's happening, getting their help on things I needed help with, and also it took some activities to help stay focused, like some sports. I took on painting, and yeah.
So how many years did you attend Learn?
I've attended Learn for around 7 years.
Okay. And what was your experience at Learn for those 7 years? Because that means that you were somewhere else. So let's back up. So where were you before Learn?
Before Learn, I was at King's Kids Academy, which is a preschool / kindergarten.
Okay. And were you born and raised in Chicago?
No, I was actually born in Jackson, Mississippi, but I moved over to Chicago shortly after I was born.
Oh, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have an older sister named Savannah. She is 16 years old. Then I have a couple younger brothers.
So out of your brothers and sisters, are you the smart one, or are they all I thought that'd make you laugh.
Yeah, I'd say we're all a different level of smart, but
I like that. A different level of smart. That's a great choice of words. So tell me your experience at Learn, because the teacher over there is Miss Moorhead, and I'm so proud of Miss Moorhead because she's a recipient of the North Lawndale area. Me and Miss Moorhead grew up in the same area, so I think my brother hung out in the circle with her, or grew up with her, or went to school with her, and so I've been knowing Miss Moorhead for quite some time, and I was happy to hear that she was the principal over at Learn School, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to send my son over there, because what better person to put in a school in the neighborhood that know the neighborhood and know the struggles than have someone as Ms. Moorhead. So I'm so happy for her. I think she's doing a great job. Davion, my son, he's been over there for 8 years, and I can't remember honestly hearing anything bad over there at Learn the 8 years that he was there. So I like to say Ms. Moorhead, as she mentioned, she makes sure her scholars are on point, you know, and she does a good job with it. So what's your take on Ms. Moorhead?
Miss Moorhead, I really like Miss Moorhead. She's always like checking up on the classes, not even just the 8th graders, like the whole school. And she always made sure like we're okay, and like she did things that our principal before hadn't done. Like she set us up on field trips like multiple times. A lot of times. There's a lot of things.
So, you know, Ms. Moorhead, and also the staff as well. So, of course, with a leader, there are also people that follow the footsteps of a great leader. So, shout out to all the teachers over at Learn. You know, my son would come home and say, "Oh, I had an issue," or I talked to Ms. Moorhead and she got it together. And you know, it's just the warm and loving, family oriented that she provide over there. You know, speaks volumes. And even with me trying to find a high school for my son, I wanted to keep that close bonding family type thing, because of course, you know, now you guys are on your way to high school, and there probably won't be any more Ms. Moorheads or other teachers, you know, like you guys experienced over at Learn Charter. You know, that's a whole different array of teachers and students. So you guys got to pretty much find your way. So with that being said, what high school are you attending?
In the fall, I will be attending Whitney Young.
Okay. Do you know anyone that's currently over at Whitney Young?
No.
And so why was Whitney Young let me ask you this. So were there other choices that you picked, or was just Whitney Young was the number one pick for you?
There was another school that I wanted to go to, which is Chicago Hope. It is a private school, a private Catholic school. But ultimately I picked Whitney Young.
Why?
I picked Whitney Young because I feel like for my level of education, Whitney Young would be a better choice for me.
Now, what side of town do you reside? You south side, west side? East side, north side?
Necessarily no.
Okay. All right. We'll let you do that. So you said you picked Whitney Young. That's a great school. And I just, not too long ago, was reading where Whitney Young now will soon have a new principal. So that's probably a good thing. So now you'll be just like everyone else in regards to newness with the new principal. So that should be extremely exciting for you. You did mention sports. What sports do you play or played?
So I played, at the beginning of the school year, I played volleyball, and then I started getting into track and cross country.
So Lauren had track and cross country?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Who was the coach for that?
Coach Greer.
Oh, okay. I think she's the same one that did the basketball too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, we Davion played over there with her. She's cool. So, how were you able to, being that Learn 7 years, we understand, as you just mentioned, and I'll use your words, everybody has a different level of smart. And so, how were you able to, because I know that there are some mischievous kids at the school, and I did understand that there were 2 separate classrooms that Ms. Moorhead had put together. So, how were you able to, I guess, avoid or dodge some of the drama or some of the things that some of the other students, females specifically, were doing. So how were you able to move away from that?
I was able to dodge that by, for the most part, keeping my circle small, just like associating with people who didn't do all the stuff that other kids do, and allowed me to just focus on my studies and stuff and not get into any drama.
That's awesome. So how was it for you during the pandemic?
I would say it was kind of hard being virtual and stuff because, like, for me to learn, it's like I really need to like see it like right in front of me.
So you're visual learning.
Yes.
And so how was that experience? I mean, because now you're waking out of bed, rolling over, and you have to be, attentive to the computer. Did your teachers call your mom at any point during that time and say that you weren't online? Because I got a couple calls from Davion's teachers like, "Hey, Davion's not online." I'm like, "Son, really?"
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't just him. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely got a couple calls because there was the first thing in the morning. There was a class that we didn't get graded for, so I thought we didn't have to attend, but we did.
So you mentioned something else that you were doing over at Learn. I think you said the color guard. Is that what you mentioned?
No, student council.
Student council. I'm sorry. So tell us about that.
So in student council, I was the sergeant at arms. So basically, I was keeping peace at meetings and around the school.
Really?
Yeah.
With the other students?
Yes.
So how was that experience? Keeping peace?
It was eventful. Sometimes it'll be like arguments. People won't be hearing each other out. It was stressful.
Wow.
Sometimes.
She said stressful. So was that like a mediation before Ms. Moorhead got involved?
What do you mean by that?
So you said you kept the peace. So was it more so like a group of you guys, or I guess when two kids were acting up, you had to come in and bring peace? So explain to us what your duty was for that, and was that like a group or? Because I've never heard of this. I don't remember in school.
Mainly, I didn't really have to deal with that because there wasn't a lot of like fights and arguments. Good. Really. And if there were, usually the teachers would be able to handle that. So there was only like one time where I was tutoring two kids.
Tutoring? Wow.
Yes,
okay.
I was tutoring two kids, and there was a dude across the room, and he kept like talking to them, messing with them. So we had to send him back to his classroom because he was supposed to be there only if he didn't make trouble, and he did. So he couldn't be there anymore.
Wow. So you said tutoring. So were you selected by staff? How did that come into play?
So student council, we all decided like while we were like campaigning and stuff, we all decided that we wanted to do tutoring because there's of course going to be kids anywhere who struggle in any subject. So we thought we could make the school better by helping them in those subjects. So I was mainly helping with math.
Oh. So was it 8th through 1st grade or 2nd through what grade level were you?
The kids we helped, they were in 6th grade.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. So how many of you guys, when you say we, how many is we?
We, in student council, there were, I'd say, 5 or 6 of us.
Okay. And so were you guys selected for that position? Or was it a vote for the kids?
Yes, it was a vote across middle school.
Oh. I didn't know that. See, they didn't tell me that. So I was looking at the what do you call it? The pamphlet, the ceremony brochure thing, and I see that you guys had a Spanish teacher. So I said, "Son," I said, "You guys had Spanish?" He was like, "Yeah." I say, "I'm waiting. Tell me something." So did you? So the only thing he could tell me was "hola." I said, "Okay, thank you, son. You did a good job." So with that being said, did you take advantage of the Spanish class?
Yeah, we really just learned about the countries and stuff and the capitals of the country. That's
Okay.
mainly what we focused on.
So it wasn't really like learning the language, Abe, that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he'll get a pass then. You'll get a pass, son. So, next thing. So, the transition from 8th grade to high school, what do you see that to be like? Or what are you expecting from that?
I'm definitely expecting it to be hard because,
Really?
yeah, since
Wow.
I've been in the same school with the same people for 7 years, I'm going to a high school without any of them. It's going to be
Aww.
really hard.
Oh. So, are you considering playing any sports when you get to high school?
Yes, I'm definitely considering continuing playing volleyball
Awesome.
because it was really fun. I enjoyed my teammates, and yeah,
Make sure you invite me to your first game.
I will.
I'll be there. So tell me about your mom. What kind of mom? What kind of mom do you have?
She's a very nice mom. She's very, very
Aww.
hardworking. Like, she works long hours in the days. Like, Sundays, she works either 7 or 10 to 7 o'clock.
Oh. And and she's working, of course, to make sure that you're good and you have everything you need and most of what you want. So I'm happy to hear that. So growing up, did your mom were you active? So did your mom put you in like after school programs like YMCA or things like that?
No, I was mainly just at home playing around.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I can see why you got salutatorian. You're a very humble young lady, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And so, especially the fact that you said that you mentor. So perhaps, when time permits, and if you have some time, maybe an hour, you can come and volunteer because we have some kids that could definitely use some mentoring academically. I've been out of school for about 20, 30 years. So a lot of that stuff that y'all doing, I'm like, what? I'm turning the paper upside down like, okay, I don't understand this. Let's Google. Let's Google this.
I'm definitely down to help.
I appreciate that. So was there so Whitney Young is a great school, I'm sure you know that. So was there like a placement testing that you had to do over there?
Well, I think there was, but like everybody took it together, like the whole 8th grade. We all tested at the same time for that high school placement test.
Oh, that's what you guys were doing. Okay, and so that dictated which school that you guys would. Okay, got it. So is there anybody else over at Learn going to Whitney Young that you know of?
Unfortunately, no.
That's cool. Wow, so you are going alone, but you'll do fine. You're focused, and from based on what you just said about your mom, she's definitely did what she needs to do on her part to make sure you get what you get. I mean, to get what you have coming, and yeah, so you'll be fine. You will be fine. So, your sisters, tell us more about your siblings.
So, my older sister, she goes to Shy Arts for creative writing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she originally wanted to go for visual arts because she's a really good artist. She, like, draws a lot.
Wow.
Most of the time, you'll catch her, like, on her iPad drawing. And then my brothers, my youngest brother, he is 6 years old. He's very playful. Like, the first thing you'll hear in the morning is him running through the house.
6 years old, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And then the other one, he is 9, and there's not much I can say about him. He's very, like, quiet for the most part.
Oh, okay.
And then the oldest one, he is 12. We talk a lot. Like, he's always in me and Savannah's room talking with us. And he's a really peaceful kid.
That's good.
And most of the time we're in the basement playing, like, soccer and stuff.
So if you can give any youth your age advice on trying to navigate and staying focused in school, what would you say to them?
I would say be with people who allow you to be you, who you don't have to change for, and people who allow you like just kind of do what you do without trying to influence you to do
I love it.
what they want to do, and you just do what you love. Stay doing what you love all the time. Don't let anybody take your passions or dreams away from you.
So you said do what you love. Tell us some things that Chloe likes to do outside of school.
I like to paint and do photography.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a photographer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I take pictures for philanthropists. And it's funny how I got into it because I had no photography knowledge at that time. And so he asked me to come on and the team and put pictures on his Facebook. So I got this old trusty camera I knew nothing about. And so in the midst of that, you know, I had friends that are photographers and I was getting pointers from them. And so when that time came back around for me to present, I was able to present. And so I'm so appreciative of the opportunity because pictures tell a story. So you're able to capture the moment. And so pictures are forever. And so to see people, to take, photography me can be, therapeutic because I'm able to pretty much put in focus what it is I want in focus. So with that being said, do you have a camera?
No, but I'm hoping to get one for Christmas maybe.
Oh.
The thing I do have right now is a Polaroid camera.
Okay. So is there a specific, like for instance, are you like still life? Are you what, or is it just pretty much any type of whatever?
Yeah, I'd say it's like just anything really.
Really? Okay, well, Chloe, I definitely appreciate your time. Thank your mom profusely for coming, for bringing you here, for her just, welcoming me. And I was like, yeah, she can come, so I appreciate that. Of course, I want to thank Can TV for giving me this platform to be able to have youth like yourself on, my mom, my partner, my business partner, my son, for just being so supportive and patient with me. Anybody you want to, and of course, last but not least, for God. For sure. Is there anybody you want to?
Yes, I would definitely like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to come on here and speak to you, and my parents for actually letting me do it.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard her. Salutatorium, Chloe. She's going to Whitney Young. I'm excited about her future. Y'all stay tuned. And tune in next time for Heavenly Sent. Youth, you should know.